All right, welcome to Kamikaze Kitchen. It's like Russian roulette, but with food. um, this is where I am going to make various foods of various kinds with random items and see whether or not they come out edible. I will be using taste testers to help with this. For today's test, I will be using my son because he doesn't like anything. But I am making this with foods that he does like individually, so we'll see whether or not he'll like them combined. My idea for today, I'm using donut holes because I have seen a lot of various videos. I've seen a lot of advertisement. I've seen donuts used a lot lately. I've seen them used as hot dog buns, hamburger buns. On Threadbanger, I saw them used as pizza crust. And if you haven't had a chance to look at Threadbanger, or if you've never heard of that YouTube channel, I would highly recommend going to see it because they are fantastic. The things that they do versus pin, they do man versus pin, woman versus pin, or Corinne versus pin, I should say. Corinne versus man versus pin, where they go head to head, which are really awesome videos, I must say. So I decided, you know, what the hell, I'll do something of my own. I've always wanted to do something with my YouTube, but I, hadn't thought of what I should do with my YouTube. So I came up with this. And so I'm going to do something I haven't ever seen done with donut holes today. I am going to make donut spaghetti. Actually, it's sort of more, it will be sort of more like a mac and cheese with donut holes, fried donut holes, instead of meatballs. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit so that the workspace is seen a little bit better. I've got my pan, which I'm going to put my noodles in. I've got my deep fryer that I'm going to fry my donut holes in. And I need some bowls. Let's see. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the frying oil so I can start heating up the frying pan. The fryer, I should say. That way. I do not like having that in when it is heating up. Let's see, make sure this doesn't go above. Bless you! I should say this now, by the way, for any who are wondering. Cursing may apply to these videos. We'll find out. Okay, we're gonna get this plugged in. And hold on just a second. Nice little fryer here. There. Turn it up to 400 till I preheat. In the meantime, I'm going to start boiling some water for noodles. I use a gas stove. I know that some people probably think gas stoves are not that great, but honestly, I prefer them over electric stoves. I'm trying to get this just right. There, I think that's just right for the most part. I might have to bend down a little. I prefer them over electric stoves because electric stoves just don't heat as well. They don't heat as evenly. They're a lot easier to use. You can manage the heat a lot better with a gas stove. I've got two types of donut holes. I've got apple donut holes and I've got plain donut holes. I'm going to use both. I need some flour. Hold on. Some eggs. I'm not going to make too much, so hoping 2 eggs ought to do it. 3, just be on the safe side. Move those away from the heat so they don't get cracked. And cracker meal. Going to put flour in the first bowl. And eggs. That's easier on the counter in a second. Let's go back. We have a dog that knows how to open the kitchen door. And since it doesn't really have a lock on it, the lock is at the bottom of the door on the outside, and he knows how to open that. So we use that to try and prevent him essentially from opening it. I have some cracker meal that's already open, so I'm going to start with that. And then as I need, I will do more. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to start this back that way. as I stated, cussing me and Sue. Get for not paying attention to whether or not that little farm steadily enough. On the plus side, by the time I get this cleaned up, I should have the oil heated well enough. And I definitely will have the water at boiling to put the macaroni in. Things always work out in the end. So I lost about, it looks like, about an egg, one egg there. So I'll work with the ones that's left that didn't fly out of the bowl. Let's see. I like to try and keep the kitchen as clean as possible while cooking. Oh well. Okay. Okay. There. Okay. I'm going to start with that. There, so it's out of the way. And those are the plain ones that I just pulled out. I'm now pulling out some apple ones. And I'm going to cut them into 4 pieces each. So basically they go from being about yay big to being about yay big. can see the difference between the plain and the plain and the apple. Apple looks like it's a little bit cinnamony too, so that will make a difference in both taste and texture. These are glazed, by the way. Wanted to get that extra sweetness in there with the glaze. I have a very small kitchen. I am not happy with my kitchen. I want a bigger kitchen. My kingdom for a country kitchen where I have room to do everything and more. And I do mean everything. I mean, I love to make things from scratch. I absolutely find it fantastic. I even make cheese from scratch. I make condiments from scratch. I've made my own ketchup, my own mustard, my own soy sauce, my own sweet and sour sauce. Heck, I even made my own curry roe to when I went to make curry. I just, the more homemade it is, the better I feel about it. I prefer homemade things, generally speaking, but unfortunately, this kitchen space and time and money does not always allow for that. So in some cases, I have to just do with store-bought, like with these donut holes. And I haven't quite gotten the hang of doing noodles from scratch yet. I have no doubt I could pull spaghetti off. That's a given. I'm almost positive I could do that without having to worry. And ravioli and fettuccine I could probably do. But things like elbow macaroni and your twist and bow tie macaroni, those probably not as much. I'm going to cook probably about a third to half of the box. I'm going to, where's my salt? I'm going to put some salt in there. It helps it, if it'll come out of the thing. I'm almost out of salt. There. There. Put some salt in there, that'll help it boil and cook a bit better. Get a fork to mix it up a bit. That needs to cook for about 14 minutes, I think, stirring every once in a while. We're going to try it. We're going to start it at 14. Okay. These, I am going to need another. Drop some of these in the flour. Get them ready. And I just realized I'm going to need 2 more bowls. A drop of water getting into my oil, telling me that it is ready for me. So now I can drop this in so that it'll be there. And I'm going to start put them in flour, drop them in the egg. And I am hoping that I can get this edited that well, if, you know, get it edited once I get it done, so I can, you know, anything that's like the time-consuming stuff can be edited out. But if not, I apologize ahead of time. Like I said, I'm new to this whole YouTube video thing. This is my second ever video that I've ever done for YouTube. And the first one had nothing to do with any of this. Won't get into the first one. It was more of a personal, private thing to share with some friends. But this is my first, so this is my first official YouTube video. And we're going to see how this goes. Somebody told me I should review movies while I'm doing this. Do them both at the same time, but I honestly don't even know how I would begin to do something like that. So if I get the hang of this more later on, I might do one or two of those at some point. I do have lots of movies I like watching too, and everything like that. So just don't let the macaroni stick. I love it when you get like just your fingers covered in flour, egg, and cracker meal, and it's like having gloves on. I've now got some cracker meal covered egg, raw egg in here. I might have to fry that up too, just to for a little added something. Not necessarily for the spaghetti, but or the macaroni and cheese, or whatever you want to call it. I tried some of that donut pizza that they did on Threadbanger, and it was delicious. And we also tried some grilled cheese with donuts, and oh, that was good too. That's why I have high hopes for this, because I think, you know, this will really, really taste wonderful. Because the sweetness of the donuts and the richness of the cheese just go so well together, surprisingly enough. We'll see how well it goes. Okay, I'm gonna start dropping these in. Okay. I'll do some more. I'm going to have a mess to clean up when I'm done with this. Getting flour and egg and cracker meal everywhere. We'll see how well this takes. It's just easier this way. Okay. Okay, seriously, these are a pain in the butt to turn over. Do not make me drown you. There. There. Damn it. There. It's not, that one just refuses to turn over. There are a couple in here that are refusing to stay turned over. There. Okay, that can get turned off. And that one doesn't seem to have gotten some cracker meal on one part of it there. Let's see. Cool. Okay. Oh. Look at these wonderful fried donut holes. Yes, oh, they smell delicious. So I get this next batch started. I will start the cheese. Oh, didn't mean to put that back in the flour. Ah, cracker meal, cracker meal. Pull out some of these. Yeah. That is a piece of donut. I did not realize that was a piece of donut. I thought that was a big chunk of flour. Oh. I will say this for frying. Make sure you have a window open because it is hot. It's best to try and ease them into the oil so that you don't like get burned like I initially did when it popped, but I'm not exactly doing that right at the moment. I should. Okay. I think I'm going to leave the donuts at that for right now. So I'm going to put the rest of these over here. Yeah, very cinnamony. Go in there. Sauce. A new container. We're going to do some fettuccine Alfredo sauce. Because that just sounds like it would really, really, really go good with sweet. Maybe it's just me. So many different types of silverware in this house. Trying to find the one I want to use is pure enjoyment. I was about to make up a new word. Enjoyful. Yeah, I don't like that word, so I'm not going to. Feel free to use it if you want, though. Enjoyful. You can make it an enjoyful moment. Now I'm going to use that a lot. And people are going to look at me weird. Which isn't saying much because people already look at me weird. Adding to that as I heat it up. Oh, I turn these over. Do it to me again. Like last time, there aren't enough of them to meet up against each other. There. I've had that song going in my head ever since yesterday. My son and I watched Just You and Me Kid with George Burns and a very young Brooke Shields. One of my favorite movies. And that was the first song playing in the movie, and it's been stuck in my head since then. Okay, I am going to add to the fettuccine alfredo sauce as it heats up. If I can get it open, some fresh mozzarella. Again, I would have preferred to make mozzarella myself, which probably next time, if this works out really well, next time I think I will, because it is wonderful. But this is still relatively fresh. I'm using the pearls. They're smaller, so they'll melt more quickly than like big slices or big chunks, and I don't have to like cut them up. Might need to add a little bit of milk to this though. This is going to make it really, really, really thick. Yeah, and add a little bit of milk in. It'll help it thin down a little bit. Turn this off. And start to cool down. let that melt a little bit. Ahaha, it's melting. It's getting all melty in there. Okay, I think for all intents and purposes, we are done. Got 4 people in the house. We're going to give 4 people a taste test. Okay. Okay, it does not want to come off. Nathan, could you do me a favor and get me 4 forks, please? Or 3 forks.
Okay. Three forks.
Thank you. And 2 of these go into your grandparents, and 1 goes to you. And 1 for me. I want you to come in and taste yours in front of the camera. I want to see how you like it. Surprisingly good. Fairly decent. I got an apple one.
Not bad.
That's a compliment coming from him. I think all in all, this first session of Kamikaze Kitchen, I think I can mark it as a success. Well, thank you very much. I am going to try and get this tape edited, if possible. I'm sorry the camera did not get everything all at once and together. I will hopefully be able to fix that in the future. I'm going to try and get a webcam that I can angle more. Right now I'm just using the one that's installed in my computer. And hopefully I will see you guys next Kamikaze Kitchen. Remember, it's like Russian roulette, but with food.